everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a collaboration and I'm so excited about this build because it's with the fantastic Chrissie York. Now if you're not aware of who Chrissie is, then you have definitely been living under a rock. She's a fantastic builder within The Sims 4 and she's also a massive support within the Sims community. There's lots and lots of people who know who Chrissie is, and she's a wonderful person. Now she has been a fantastic support to my channel since I've started, and she's offered me no end of advice, no end of support. And yeah, when she approached me the other day and asked whether I wanted to do a collaboration, it made me laugh actually, because she was like, yeah, I just wondered if you wanted to do a collaboration because, you know, I just want to furnish something. And I was just like, you just want to furnish something. This is my ideal person that I need in my life. You see, the thing is I love building buildings. Like, I just love doing everything about the outside, the build, everything. And it's the interior that I'm just like, yeah, I've got to do the interior now. And I'm not always like that, but I think, you know, everybody's got the favourite bits that they like doing. Some people can't be bothered doing landscaping. Some people don't even film landscaping. Like, that's my favourite bit. You know, some people hate doing roofing, etc. and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just not a fan of doing the interior. And when it's a huge build as well, I'm always like, great. You know, it's kind of like, for me, it feels a bit like having homework. Oh, do I have to do it? I don't want to do it. So that sounds awful, but I do enjoy it sometimes. But yeah, anyway, when Chrissie said, I was like, oh yes. So she'd said that she fancied, you know, doing a suburban build. So I've actually taken advantage of it. I feel absolutely awful. But I was like, yes, someone else is going to furnish this house. Right, I'm going to build a monster. So I actually built it up on this 40 by 30 lot, and I thought I'm going to go all out and do a huge suburban home because I don't have to furnish it. Woo! Oh, that sounds awful. But no, the reason why I've done it as well is because if you aren't familiar with Chrissie's builds and the things that she's created within The Sims, oh, well, you need to go and check her out, because she's actually created one of my favourite all-time builds. Like, no kidding. She built this Victorian house, and the Victorian style is personally one of my favourite styles anyway. I know they can sometimes look a bit drab and awful, but this particular one that she'd done for this vampire family, which was actually featured in my Parenthood Let's Play, was a fantastic, gorgeous Victorian home. But her attention to detail is just incredible. She's very good at really laying things out carefully and being very meticulous about where things sort of, not where things go, but like how they're arranged, and it's very lifelike and very realistic. So I do kind of find, like, sometimes when I'm looking at her builds, just spending the time and taking the time to really have a good look round, because she's very intricate. You know, some people just like, you know, it's a dining room, place a table and a chairs and a plant in the corner and a light, that'll do, job done. You know, she's just very detailed, so they're always quite fascinating to watch. Now, Chrissie actually doesn't have a YouTube channel, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for Chrissie to furnish the inside, and then I'm going to do a separate video which will feature the interior, and we can have a look through together exactly what it is that she's done with the inside. And I'm so excited because I did actually put quite a lot of heart and soul into this build. It's probably one of my favourites. You know, it's quite up there for one of the suburban builds because the colour palette I kind of liked the way it looks at this moment in time, you know, but for me it looks a little bit too bland. I wanted something a little bit more stronger that would pop, and so I do actually go ahead and recolour the entire thing, as you'll see from the thumbnail. It's not this colour. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and do a little walkthrough and a tour, and we can do some nice screenshots, etc. And Chrissie has also created a family for this home, and I love that because she's created again very intricate on backstories, etc. with the families that she creates. So I'm interested to see what kind of a family she makes for this home too. And I know it does actually help people when you come to doing the interiors. It helps a lot actually. If you do ever get stuck, that's quite a good tip, is go and create a family for the build that you're making, and all of a sudden you kind of get a little bit of a different perspective. And the house then becomes a little bit more personal, so you start to create, you know, various rooms according to the family that you've created. In fact, I should actually take my own advice and create a family for the castle build that I did, because I've still not done the interior on that yet. But I am looking to do that over the weekend. I have got quite a busy weekend this weekend. Lots of family oriented kind of things going on, which is exciting. But hopefully around about Sunday I'll probably get stuck into doing the furnishing on this build, on the castle build, and getting that uploaded. I did say that I was just going to do a quick speed through of the interior. Not a quick speed through, but kind of like, it's not going to be a long drawn out video. It will just be, you know, so you get just enough for me to be able to upload it to the gallery and move on to the next one, because I am so excited about this Millionaires Row series. There are just so many beautiful homes in the world, and I love getting inspiration. Inspiration's always fantastic, because even though you can't, well, sometimes you can create, you know, perfect replicas of buildings, but it would have to be something that featured pretty much all the items in game in real life, which is hard, you know. There's always going to be something about a build, even if it's roofing or colourings or windows or whatever, that you can't completely match. So what I tend to do for my inspiration is I'll go onto Pinterest, or I'll go onto Rightmove, or another idea I had was just to use Google Maps and just literally put your dropper anywhere. That's probably quite a good idea if you were doing a round the world series, is, you know, put your little man and drop it in one of the cities or something and just have a look street by street, and then you know for sure that that house is in the place that you're building for. But anyway, I kind of do that sort of thing to get inspiration, and some of the houses in the world are just, they are amazing, you know, they are absolutely beautiful. So this one was partly inspired from a house that I saw on Pinterest, and it was actually a drawing of a house. It wasn't actually a house. It was a drawing, and I thought that is absolutely beautiful. So obviously the landscape and everything isn't the same, and not much of it is the same, to be fair, because I don't think I've seen like a spiral roof like that on a house ever, or certainly not in that shape anyway. But yeah, it was inspired just by having a look through at some different types of suburban houses. So I did really like this one. Now, I didn't actually have a family in mind when I built it, and to be honest, when I do come to build suburban homes or any type of home, I never need a family in mind when I build. I just completely zone out and just go with the flow. And I swap and change things, I try things, and I think I just literally last night put my headset on, put a load of my favourite music on, and I just built this house in one solid go. It took me, I think, probably about about 4 hours to do from start to finish, which I don't really know whether that's too long or not, but you know, I was pretty happy at the end because it made editing a lot easier, you know, to kind of run through because I'd done it in one go. But yeah, so I'm trying to get a little bit adventurous with my entrances at the moment, and I'm just trying a few different tricks with fencing, and also I'm trying to change up my landscaping a little bit because you do kind of find that you tend to use similar plants. Like there are some plants in this game I couldn't live without, and then there's others that I just don't even use. So at the minute, I have started another build, which I am trying to get myself to use items or landscaping items that I wouldn't ordinarily use. And to be honest, I don't really tend to use pinks. I mean, I quite like this bush at the very front that's got like the darker pink, dusky pink type colour, and the white in it. I really like that. But the ordinary, oh, I forget which ones are called. They're like really big fluffy ones. That really doesn't help anyone. Okay, like the big pink ones, when I place them down, they just look too much. So I'm actually building a little home at the minute, and I'm just like forcing myself to use them. And I'm like, I'm going to make this work. Because it's not that they don't look good, because they do. I see them in like other people use them and I think, wow, they just look awesome. But every single time I come to use them, they just look really rubbish, and I end up changing them back. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more adventurous with my landscaping and try and change it up a little bit. So this build actually goes through quite a few changes. As you can see, I have recoloured it now and I'm moving on to the landscaping. And what I tend to do with the building is I kind of build it up, and I kind of imagine the best way to explain it would be I do a kind of layering effect. So I go around and make the build, and then I'll do the colourings, and then I'll do the windows, and then I add the detail on, and then I go away and I come back and I add more detail. And if at any point I think that anything looks off, or there's something that I don't quite think looks right, I just delete it and redo it in a different way until every angle that I look at it, I'm happy. I would say roofing for me is just a nightmare, and it's not a nightmare in the sense that I can't do it, because I've definitely developed in the roofing area. I'm not brilliant, don't get me wrong, but basically there are still issues with the roofing cutting in, and it just drives me nuts. It's like, oh, such a nightmare. Anyway, I am so excited for later on this year, because I think we will probably get an announcement for pets. I reckon my money is on pets as the next expansion. To be honest, I really hope they throw seasons in there as well at some point. You know, I'd be really gutted if we had to wait, you know, because there is a bit of time between expansions. I'd be really gutted if we had to wait like into next year before we saw seasons in the game. Because to be honest, I must admit, as much as I want pets, because I think they bring so much to the game, seasons for me brings more. It just, especially not so much if you're just like a builder, for instance, you play The Sims just to build, but if you play The Sims, then you'll understand that seasons is just, it's so atmospheric. It changes everything, and it actually makes me miss The Sims 3 a lot just for that reason. But I did actually install The Sims 3 again, and I thought, oh, you know, I really miss playing Sims 3 because I loved pets and I loved seasons, and I really got into it, you know, like the stories and everything. It just felt so much more realistic. Then I installed it and it was running like a potato, and I was like, this is not how I remembered The Sims 3. To be fair, it was, because I remember it being glitchy as anything when I was playing it, but I think, you know, when you just get used to something and you're just like, yeah, it runs like a potato, but it's the best game ever. And you just carry on playing it anyway. I think it was one of those situations because it still just ran awful, even though my computer's like obviously evolved over the years and it's much better now than it was. Yeah, I still wasn't impressed with The Sims 3. I was like, damn. I think if I actually played it solid, just stepped well away from The Sims 4 and just played it solid for a while, I'd get used to it again and I'd probably really enjoy it. But no, I'm just kind of hoping that, you know, the EA will release like some sort of pets and seasons situation soon. It'd be nice actually if even just a bit of rain. Just a bit of rain. I'll take rain. Come on, I'm from the UK and I'm saying that I will take rain. Just something that will just change it. It would be brilliant. And it also makes a difference to the challenges that you do. I know somebody was saying that, you know, just having like a homeless challenge or something like that, it just makes it so much harder when you've got seasons involved. And I thought, blimey heck, you know, I've never even thought of it that way. That was actually Laura that posted that, Sim Sugar. And I thought, yeah, you know, I bet that makes challenges really exciting. But yeah, so I'm really pining for that now. I think be really awesome to see something like pets or seasons added in at this point, because it's pretty much what everybody else is waiting for now. I don't think there's much else outside that box that anybody really wants more than those two. So yeah, you know, would be nice to see them. I also just wanted to say a quick hello to all the new subscribers as well. Hello! Welcome aboard. I post pretty damn regular, actually, too regular for my own health. But you can see, I expect to see lots of builds on this channel. Builds predominantly. You will be seeing a couple of challenges at the moment. But unfortunately, I think I'm going to fizzle those out of the YouTube. It depends really, you know, if people want to see a Let's Play, I may just do one, but I am actually going to be streaming them on Twitch instead. So, yeah, if you watch Twitch, then feel free to check out my channel. I'm not on it yet. I keep trying to, like, talk myself into streaming each night, and then I'm like, oh, look at this time, it's like 11 o'clock, time for bed. And I don't end up doing it. I'm really rubbish. It's just like I don't know, I think it's like a confidence thing maybe, just putting it out there. I really think it is. But yeah, I am going to start doing my Let's Plays on Twitch. I'm going to start with the 100 Baby Challenge. So I am going to be wrapping up the Parenthood Let's Play, not anytime soon, just when it's ready to finish, and also finish the Black Widow challenge. And then after that, you're just going to see lots and lots of builds. So if builds is your thing, make sure you subscribe so that you can keep up to date with all my new ones. But I hope you have a fantastic weekend. If you like this build, please give me a big thumbs up, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye.